Right everyone, good afternoon. Now, I know you haven't seen me for a while. I've been extremely busy. And we have got, you know, my sister's moved into a flat and I've been helping her and just lots of different things happening. And trying to sort out the shop. Like I said, I'm moving rooms around. And it takes up a lot of time. And I've got to be really careful health-wise, remember. So I'm taking it extremely slow. But here we are. Now, I have these scraps of fabric that I used when I was slow stitching. I've got them in all different colours. And I didn't want to waste them, so I've come up with a little idea. So if you're a newbie at sewing, what would you need to start sewing? Needle and thread. Make yourself a little book out of a little scrap. It's so easy, so simple. So all I've done is I've taken some fabric for the inside. Use either side for your pins, doesn't matter. It's like a soft suede side, that one. And then you've got a nice cream velvet. And I've only put a couple of pages in, but I'm just using these, cut them in half, fold them in half, so you can trim that down. They were just scraps and I didn't want to waste them. I can use them as slow stitching or for slow stitching. Of course I can. But then I thought, well, we need to use them up as well. So if a beginner would need a little book with some needles. You get a little pack of needles, don't you? But make yourself a little book to put them in and keep them in. And it's simple. So you take hold of your main outer page. You're going to fold that in half. You can mark it where the centre is. And then you can draw the line if you want. I generally just do that. And I can see the line. So then what I'm going to do is just to cut a piece of this. I'm just going to measure this. Now you want your pages slightly smaller than your book. So I'm just going to chop a piece out. You can use cotton fabric or whatever linen you've got for your inside. But I've got these scraps up and I don't want to waste them. I don't mind them being a little velvet or whatever. And they don't have to be perfectly straight, although I'm a bit iffy about my lines. I do tend to try and keep them straight. It's not necessary. It's your little book. No one's going to see it but you. So I'm going to choose that side as the outer pocket, or the outer page, and then we're just going to do that. Now I'm going to need at least 2 pages because you end up, I'll tell you, with lots of needles. And you can put your pins in and your needle threader. So I just need to cut another one of those. I mean, it's a scrap and I don't want to waste it. It's silly wasting it. Why waste something? That'll do. Just going to cut that there. And along there. I know it's not perfectly straight. I don't care. I'm not bothered. You want to be fussy, you go ahead and be the fussy. And then you can do it how you want it. So, let me just sort this out. We need them the same size, of course. Or as near as. They don't have to be. Now, anyone waiting for parcels, just bear with us. It's nothing down to me. It's all to do with Royal Mail. I've done my bit and then we just have to be patient. I'm still waiting on a parcel. It was 7 weeks when somebody last asked me about it. It's now 9 weeks. 9 weeks and I'm still waiting. And you know what? It'll come when it comes. It's as simple as that. I can't rush the Royal Mail. And if you want to talk to me about it, send me an email or a message on the shop. But please don't put any comments up on the YouTube channel. It does make my channel look bad. And it actually brought out, it did 2 things when somebody put a comment up, which was, she didn't mean any malice whatsoever. I know that. But it had 2 effects. I had 2 people who'd already let me know that their parcels had arrived previous to the comment being seen, and then they tried to say the parcels hadn't arrived, so it had a negative effect. That's why I don't like negativity on the shop, on the comments. Do it in private. But fortunately for me, I remembered that those 2 parcels had been notified that had arrived, so I had to let them know. And obviously they forgot. The other one was, somebody wrote to me and asked me, well, if I order, how long will I have to wait? And I went, well, how long's a piece of string? Because I do my bit and it's out my hands. I only hope that you can, you know, bear with us and don't blame me, because it's not my fault. And then don't stop ordering just because of Royal Mail, because it's only the handful. There was a couple in July and I think 2 in August that didn't arrive. I've been doing this since 2011. And people wouldn't keep coming back if the parcels went missing completely. They haven't gone missing. They're just in the system somewhere. You know? So, hey-ho. Please don't stop ordering just because of that. And unfortunately, I'm the one that suffers. But anyway, let's get on with this and let's hope things get back to normal, because it needs to. I'm just going to have to shut down otherwise. And I think that's what people are after. But, you know, I do everything I can to help. And if I get shut down because of it, then so be it. Everybody loses out. You know, I know people are shopping elsewhere as well because it's cheaper, not necessarily as good quality. And people are finding that out as well. But hey ho, and like they say, we live and learn. I'm just saying, I'm being honest as I can. I'm always honest about everything. So like I said, we're just doing a little bit of glue in the middle there. I wouldn't put any more than 2 in. You're not going to need that. It's just for you for when you're slow stitching. You've got that little booklet. And that's all you do. And then what I've used on my edge is a little bit of edging, a little bit of ribbon. So I'm just going to get that. Burnish the ends so it's fine. You can decorate it all over if you want. I'm just doing mine like this because it's easy. No other reason. Like that. It's just, you can make something out of nothing if you try. I'm just going to, oh, it's stuck to it now. So then I'm just going to do this side as well. Like that. Chop that little bit. And it's just better than throwing it in the skip or the bin or whatever you want to call it. And then what I did on mine, I made myself a little, ribbon to go across the middle to tie it up with. And I didn't have anything that thin that colours. I mean, mix and match your colours. It doesn't really matter whatsoever. So I'm just going to get a little bit of a thin cream ribbon. See, just use that. That'll go across there, won't it? So I know where the central bit is, and I'm just going to go across like that. Like that. Like I say, it's completely up to you. Burnish the ends. And you've made yourself a little book, and then all you have to do is to add your little decoration. So I've decided, I've done a bit of stitching along the edge. I've done a little hand stitched flower. And I'm just going to take my green and we'll do that again on this one. And it's just a case of, it doesn't matter about ends like that at all. So I'm just going to put my stalk here for my flower and go down about 1 inch. And it's called couching it down. And by that, you go to the side of the stem you've just made, and then you go in one side and up the other, and then you go over that stem and you couch it down. See? Across the opposite side, go down a little bit. See, like that, and I'm couching that stem down. Like that. That's all you do. And then I'm going to put some little leaves in here. I'm just going to do straight stitches. Nothing much. I'm going to do a couple of stitches. Do one here, a little bit taller. Now if I wanted to extend my stem down a little bit, I will just go down about 1 centimetre, push back up to the bottom of the stem I've already made, and then just couch that down. Easy as that. You can extend anything, doesn't take long. And you can see, so I've got my little leaves in that ready, and then all I'm going to do, turn it other way around and just cast this off by going under the stitches I've already done, and then I'm going to go back down, and that's done. Simple as that. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to take my other needle with the pink on, and I'm now going to put my little flower on that. So again, I'm going to start in the middle. Now that looks like a flower, doesn't it? That bit there. So I'm going to use that as my central for my flower. Yes, I've knotted it. And go to the end of that for a petal. But I want 5 petals in mine, so I'm going to have to work this out. I could have 6 actually, it doesn't matter, I can have as many as I want. But I'm just going to make like a little star sort of thing. It's a bit bigger, this one. So, but I could have used that as a 4-petal flower. I could have followed the pattern of the fabric. So there you go. So now I've got that. And then all I'm going to do is go either side, but slightly lower than the stem you've just made for the petal, and back through the centre. Again, go either side of that one. Again, go the left hand side of it, back through the centre. Then come back up to the same petal, slightly lower than the original bit you put in. And then slightly lower than that again. And you've made yourself a petal, like that. And just continue doing that. Okie dokie. So that's my little flower that I'm doing. Not bothered about this back bit, because you can always cover that and glue something over it so it hides it all. Doesn't matter. You know, with you only seeing it, what does it matter? It doesn't, does it? And then I'm just going to put a little white bit in the middle. You can have any colour you want. Use any colours you want. Now, if you put your knot in the end and you've got a little bit left over, just trim it off. It's not going to hurt. So, I'm going up through the back wrap my needle round 3 times. Or wrap the thread round the needle 3 times. And that's called a French knot, for those who don't know. And there you go, I've got that. And then again, I'm just going to cast that off. I don't think it's called casting off. I'm not sure what the name is. I can't remember. I used to know all the names for them all. But I can't be bothered thinking. But that's one little flower that I've done. Now, I could have done this, I can go around each bit using a lighter green and that. But I'm quite happy with that. That's fine. It'll do me. I sometimes pop a little gift like this in with some needles and pins in and whatnot. Oh, God, I don't want to do double knot, do I? Oh, come on. Wrap it round the finger. But yeah, so you can do yourself a little booklet. Pin book, needle book, whatever you want to call it. Like that. I'm just going to seal mine off a little bit. Because I didn't have the right size blue, so I cut a wider one down the middle. And did it that way, mine. But like you say, there you go. Simple to make. You know what? I've got some tiny leaves here. And what I was thinking on doing, because I want to, because I can, pop a little bit of glue on there. I can do that there. Just do 2. You know what I'm like. I've got to have 2 of everything. Like that. And then I can get one of my little, I'm going to use one of these flowers. Take the head off. Ugh. I can use any colour flower. And just put myself a little flower on there as well. Look. Cute. You can just keep building on it. Bit of bling. Might want to hang a key or something from it. You know, anything. Very basic, very simple. But if you're going to become a sewer, or you are a sewer, you don't waste anything. Nobody does. Drop by the shop. Please put your orders in. If you get your order in between Monday and Friday now, today and Friday, it'll go out on Saturday. And parcels are arriving because I get notifications all the time. All right? Come on. Chop, chop. There's some beautiful bargains on the shop. I've got 2 boxes. You know when I did the £4.50 boxes with all the trimmings in, all the pearls and that. I've done 2 boxes now where you get 2 of the boxes. So you're getting the boxes as well as its contents for £6. That's a massive bargain. I did do a video on them. You're getting both boxes and they've both got different things in. Okay? And there's all sorts in them. Lots and lots of lovely goodies for you to play around with. Now, where else are you going to get them mixed like that? Okay? Go shop. Come on. Chop, chop, ladies and gents. Thanks for watching. Take care and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now.